Greetings to you all. Welcome to Class 10, Unit 3, Prose. Empowered Women Navigating the World. Book back exercise, part 4. Children, we are dealing with tenses. Already we have dealt present tense. Now moving on to past tense, page 78. Okay, moving on to past tense. In past tense, we have first person, second person, third person. Affirmative, singular, plural, negative and interrogative. Affirmative will say, I sang yesterday. Second person, you sang yesterday. Third person, he or she or it sang last week. And plural form we see, we sang yesterday. You sang yesterday. Negative form we see, I didn't sing yesterday. You didn't sing yesterday. She or he or it didn't sing last week. Okay. Interrogative means did or didn't I sing yesterday? Did or didn't you sing yesterday? Did or didn't he, she, it sing last week? Okay. Now children, let us see the forms and uses of the simple past tense. Uses to indicate an action that was completed in the past. Generally, the adverbials of the past time are used, sometimes without adverbials of time for an activity done in the past. To express an habitual or regular action only in the past, past and regular action. It can also be expressed by using used to. Next one is unconditional clauses in the indirect form of speech to express two actions where first action leads instantly to the second action. So idukellame simple past use pandrom. For example, when the meeting ended, the staff members came out. Now forms and uses of past continuous tense. கடந்த காலத்துல நடந்துட்டே இருந்தது. You have first person, second person, third person. Affirmative singular, I was singing yesterday by this time. Second person, you were singing when I was playing. Third person, she or he or it was singing yesterday by this time. Plural form, we were singing yesterday by this time. Second person, you were singing when I was playing. They were singing when I was playing. Negative form, I wasn't singing. You weren't singing. He or she or it wasn't singing. Okay. Now let us see the uses to express a state or an action that was continuing at a state point of time in the past. It had begun before that point and was probably continuing after it. We use adverbials of time. Example, we were decorating the house for the birthday party in the morning. To express an action that was in progress in the past. To express an action in progress at some point of time in the past when another event took place. For example, she was cooking when the guest arrived. To describe two or more actions continuing at the same time. அதாவது ரெண்டு actions at a time நடந்துட்டே இருக்குது. அதுக்கும் we use past continuous tense. For example, while I was watching TV, he was sleeping. To indicate a frequently repeated action or persistent habit in the past. Example, Nitish was constantly complaining about something or Now we are going to see forms and uses of past perfect tense. First person, second person, third person. Affirmative singular. I had already sung. The past perfect நாலே ஒரு முக்கியமான வேர்டு என்னன்னாக்கா had plus V3. அது verb 1, verb 2, verb 3 இருக்கு இல்லையா? So had is a must. I had already sung. Second person, you had already sung. Third person, she or he or it had already sung. Okay. Now next in plural form, we had already sung. Second person, you had already sung. They had already sung. So everywhere we use had. Okay. Next one, uses for an action that had been completed before another action began in the past. அதாவது two actions இருக்குது. ஒன்று already தொடங்கி finish ஆயிடுச்சு. Next one, for example, he had appealed to the manager for a week's leave before I reached. அப்போ first tenseல he had appealed. One more. To describe an action or event which has been completed before some point of time. For example, by 11 a.m., the students had left the school campus after the Independence Day celebration. To describe an action in the past which became the cause of another action. To describe an action in the past using the time adverbials such as already, since, before, etc. To express an unfulfilled action in the past and unfulfilled wish in the past. அதாவது நடக்காதது, முடியாதது, அந்த மாதிரி விஷயங்களுக்கு we use the word past perfect tense. For example, if he had informed her, she would have waited for him. அது நடக்கவே இல்லை, முடியவே இல்லை. So we use the word had. For example, I wish I had accepted the job. அதான் முடிஞ்சு போச்சு, இனி என்ன பண்றது? Alright, next one. Forms and uses of past perfect, first person, second person, third person. Affirmative singular and plural will see. I have been singing for 2 hours yesterday. You had been singing for 2 hours yesterday. She or he or it had been singing for 2 hours yesterday. Plural form, we had been singing for 2 hours yesterday. You had been singing for 2 hours yesterday. They had been singing for 2 hours yesterday. Fine, children? Okay, now let us see the uses. To describe an action in the past that had begun and had been going on for some time before another action took place in the past. For example, Mahi and Raghav had been arguing with each other when their mom arrived. To describe an action that had been going on for some time in the past. The students had been practicing for the last couple of weeks. Fine? Okay, next one, children. Complete the sentence in past tense forms. இதை கடந்த காலமா எழுதணும். Okay, first one, I dash go to her place on foot. So go is the bracket words. So go க்கு past tense என்ன? Went. I went to her place on foot. Second one, the children dash play in the ground when the teacher arrived. So play. So the children, other double இருக்குது. The children were playing in the ground when the teacher arrived. Third one, they dash request him when the manager arrived. They were requesting him when the manager arrived. Next one, fourth one, if you dash work hard, you would have won the match. If you had worked hard, you would have won the relay match. அதாவது எல்லாம் முடியும், இப்போ எதுவுமே நடக்க முடியாது, finish ஆச்சு. So if you had worked hard. Fifth one, Jonah and Joy dash already leave for Ooty when the others reached the station. Jonah and Joy had already left for Ooty when the others reached the station. Sixth one, we all dash in the choir last week. We all sang in the choir last week. Okay. Seventh one, children, Nancy dash always ask for help. So Nancy had always asked for help. Eighth one, the office goers dash wait for the office goers waited for the train. Okay. Now moving on to future tense. Future time in English can be expressed in the following ways. Future naka எதிர்காலம், அதாவது இனிமேல் தான் வரப்போகுது. Simple present tense means she leaves this evening. அப்படி கூட சொல்லலாம். இல்லை present continuous tense. We are meeting the prime minister tomorrow. அதுவும் இனிமேல் தான் வரப்போகுது, ஆனால் present continuous tense ஆகவும் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். Or be about to. The train is about to leave the station. அதாவது இனிமேல் தான் ட்ரெயின் போகுது. அப்போது சிம்பிள் ப்ரெசென்ட்டாகவும் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், ப்ரெசென்ட் கண்டினியூஸ் டென்ஸாகவும் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், be about toவும் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். Another one is be going to. For example, prices are going to rise. Next one, by denoting the principal clause of a conditional sentence. So for example, the conditional naka if she works hard, she will get scholarship. அதான் இதுவும் எதிர்காலம். Now let's see the forms and uses of simple future tense. First person, second person, third person. Affirmative. I or we, for I or we shall sing tomorrow. You will sing tomorrow. He or she or it or they will sing tomorrow. See, normally I'க்கு மட்டும் we can use shall. So other things we can use will. Negative form, I won't sing tomorrow. You won't sing tomorrow. She or he or it won't sing tomorrow. Okay, uses. Shall is used with the second and third person to express determination, promise and intention, etc. Shall is used with the first person to express an offer or suggestion. Will is used for the first person to express willingness, determination, etc. Willingness, determination. Kandipa 99% அதுக்கு தான் will. The simple future is used to express the speaker's opinion for something to be done in the future. We use verbs such believe, know, suppose, think, etc. We also use adverbs such as perhaps, possibly, surely, etc. It is used for an action that is yet to take place. Fine, children? Okay, moving on to forms and uses of future continuous tense. First person, second person, third person. Affirmative and negative. Okay, affirmative. Positive என்னது? I or we can use will be singing by this time tomorrow. நாளைக்கு இந்த நேரத்தில் பாட்டு படிச்சுட்டு இருக்கலாம். Second one, you will be singing by this time tomorrow. He or she or it or they will be singing by this time tomorrow. Negative one, I won't be singing by this time tomorrow. You won't be singing by this time tomorrow. He or she or it won't be singing by this time tomorrow. Okay, children? Now let us see the uses. The future continuous tense is used to express an action that will be in progress at a given time in future or in a normal course. We will be playing from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. The lift will be running in the month of May. The future perfect tense uses. The future perfect expresses an action that is expected to be completed by a certain time in the future. We will have completed our work by the time our sisters arrive. It is used to express the speaker's belief that something has taken place. In such sentences, it does not express the future. You will have discussed the plans how to celebrate the function, said my mother. It is also used for an action which at a given future time will be in the past. For example, in 2 years' time, I shall have earned my degree. Okay. The future perfect continuous tense now uses. The future perfect continuous tense is used to express an action that will have been going on at or before some point of time in the future. By next June, I shall have been completing my studies. Note, the less frequently used tense form are past perfect continuous tense and future perfect continuous tense. Now shall we do some exercise? Fill in the blanks using the verbs in the bracket in the future form. We dash not dash to the market in case it rains. So bracket word is go. We will not go to the market in case it rains. Second one, Kirti dash his work by next week. Bracket word is do. So Kirti will have done his work by next week. Third one, the peon dash the bell by the time I reach the school. Bracket word is ring. The peon would have rung the bell by the time I reach the school. Fourth one, I dash my sister's house next April if I go to Uttarakhand. Bracket word is visit. I will visit my sister's house next April if I go to Uttarakhand. Fifth one, if you listen carefully, you dash my point. Bracket word is understand. If you listen carefully, you will understand my point. Sixth one, by next year, dash in Chennai for 15 years. Bracket word is live. By next year, I would have lived in Chennai for 15 years. Seventh one, the new edition of the book dash out shortly. Bracket word is come. The new edition of the book will come out shortly. Eighth one, she hopes you dash her. Bracket is help. She hopes you will help her. Fine, children? Okay, moving on to the D part. Underline the verbs and identify the tense forms. So here some sentences are there. Underline the verb. Verb underline panikano. Then you should tell what tense are. Okay. First one, I am working hard day and night. So which is tense form? I am working. So what tense is that? Present continuous. Second one, the moon revolves around the sun. Here which one is the tense? Revolves. Sutti sutti varudhu. Okay, action word. And what tense is that? Simple present tense. Third one, were the milkmen milking the cow? So which is the tense form? Were and milking. So were milking. So what is it? ing irukana, past continuous tense. Fourth one, he received your message last night. So what is this? What is the tense? Received. And what tense is that? Simple past tense. Fifth one, I have been ill for a couple of days. So which is the tense? Have been ill. So what does it have? So present perfect tense. Fine, children. Okay, moving on to E section. In the following passage, some words are missing. Choose the correct words from the given option to complete the passage. Okay, so here there is a passage and some words are missing. We have to find out the right word. Raghav dash in a middle class family. Raghav is born in a middle class family. He is a dash boy. He is a dash boy of 8. He is a school going boy of 8. His mother dash as a software engineer in an MNC. His mother works as a software engineer in an MNC. Dash is his favorite hobby. Drawing is his favorite hobby. He dashed the first prize in school level competition for drawing last week. He won the first prize in school level competition for drawing last week. Next one, he dashed drawing at the age of 3. He started drawing at the age of 3. His mother hopes he would become a great painter in future. Fine, children. Okay, moving on to F section. The following passage has not been edited. There is one error in tense of the verb in each line. Write the wrong word as well as right word in the given place. One is done for you. Adhaadu, here there is a passage. Every line there is a mistake. Editing pannu ipo. Or line la enna mistake irukudhu. So write the wrong word in the red section and correct word in the green section. Okay. When Anand reached Arun's place, his. Appo reach ingradhu tappana varthai. Appo reach ku badila enna varalam? Reached. When Anand reached Arun's place, his friends have arrived already. So have arrived already tappa irukudhu illaya. So what is the answer? It is not have, it should be had. Friends had arrived already. Arun introduces Anand to them, Arun's brother. So introduces, it is wrong. So Arun introduced Anand to them. Arun's brother buys some snacks from the market. So buy is wrong. The past tense agumbodhu bought some snacks from the market. Arun serving it to all his friends. So serving is wrong. Arun served it to all his friends. Then they all sat together to planning their holidays. To planning varuma, to plan their holidays. Arun have a cottage in Ooty. So have is wrong. So Arun has a cottage in Ooty. So they all plan to go to Ooty during the holidays. So plan ka, they all have planned to go to Ooty during the holidays. Would we have a good time? Asked Arun. So would is wrong. Shall we have a good time? Asked Arun. They all cheerfully say yes. So instead of say, you can write sit. Fine, children. Okay, G section. Read the story and rewrite it using the simple past tense. Juno, the elephant, is lonely and tries to make friends with the other animals in the forest. But the other animals refuse to play with Juno because of his size. One day, all the animals are running away from Dera, the tiger who is eating everyone. He finds Juno goes and gives Dera a swift kick. Dera immediately runs away. Juno is now everyone's friend. Okay, now shall we write it properly? Okay, children. Juno the elephant was lonely and tired to make friends with other animals in the forest. But the other animals refused to play with Juno because of his size. One day, all the animals were running away from Dera. the tiger who was eating everyone he found, Juno went and gave a swift kick. Dara immediately ran away. Juno was now everyone's friend. Fine, children? Okay. So moving on to the last exercise, that is H section. Read the situation given and frame 2 suitable sentences in the appropriate form of the tenses. First one, give 2 instructions to your classmates. Okay, what instructions can you give? Please do not litter in the classroom. Please turn in your assignments. Second one, mention any 2 of your discontinued habits in the correct tense form. அதாவது பழைய காலத்தில் இருந்தது, அதை you have to write. Used to அந்த மாதிரி, சரியா? I used to collect water from the pond. I used to spit in the classroom. I used to climb trees அந்த மாதிரி. Next one, make any 2 requests to your classmates or friends. Please open the window. இது requestனால please. Please give your pen. Please follow the line. Next one, mention any of your 2 dreams in the correct tense form. Dreams naga future da irukano. I want to become a soldier. I want to fly to distant countries in the world. Okay, obvious I will also you can use. Fine, children. So I hope all of you understood. You can read again, listen again, you'll understand better. Thank you.